live in the rooms there. We walked by there. Stuart, how did you stomach what you saw tonight?
Well, not well. Really disappointing start. And then mentally we looked frazzled. First half, obviously 1 goal. Weren't able to hold up. They outmarked us. Forward of the ball, behind the ball. I think they were harder on the inside, and then we just kept getting drawn in, not making an impact, and clearly they were off to the races. So, no, we got taught an absolute lesson tonight, bar the third quarter.
Yeah. And given you said Sadio a week ago saying we'll get some information, and the move was pretty good entering the game. How refreshing is that for the belief and aspirations of you guys?
We got some information. They're the number 1 team in the comp, and we couldn't go with them. So we'll look at that collectively and individually around who can stand up under that pressure, who can turn the tide. So again, I think we all have to take responsibility for that. It's a disappointing night.
You've shown that resilience in previous matches, notably the couple in Darwin. Where was that tonight?
Good question, Michael. We need to find out why is it different. By and large, it's the same group of players. So the inconsistency of when to choose to show resilience or to choose to not, regardless of who the opposition is and what challenges come at you. I think, if you want to play high pressure footy, you've got to put up a better effort than that. We went up to the task, so we have to have a good hard look at it for sure.
Was the occasion maker then more disappointing? Stu, I think it's your second ever proud Pigs game in the year, really. Home and away for you guys.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I'm probably more interested in where we stacked up against the best side, and we didn't. So, like we spoke before the game, 1 quarter won't be enough, 2 or 3 won't be enough. But to start like that, be so reactive and just subscribe to a ladder position and a style of game from the opposition is disappointing.
The third quarter obviously looked just different from the rest of it. What did you see in that third quarter that you lacked for the rest of the game?
Just some fight and care. I think, we're not talking about skill errors, we're talking about effort. We always talk about effort, so, that was the message at half-time around, we changed a few things, but in the end, a lot of this game's between the years, and that's where we've failed.
You spoke about Nick Dacos being untaggable. I think he had 20 touches and 7 clearances at half-time. Did you try to do anything with him at all, or was it just a head-to-head?
Look, we tried a number of things, but again, when you're getting beaten by 20 odd contested and 40, 50 uncontested, he wasn't the only one that had 20 and lots of ball. His brother was good. They were all good. Well, again, I think in the third quarter, all our players rode the boat, and before then we didn't. So it's really hard. Guys try and make up for others that aren't performing, and we've got to get that alignment a lot better. He's a quality player, but we tried a number of different things. But again, if your whole team's down, the best player's going to shine through.
Does this leave you questioning the ceiling that your team can get to?
No, it just leaves us with questions as to why when pressure comes some weeks we can handle it, fight our way back, and why when, like tonight, we didn't. Before it was too late, so we've shown we can be 2 or 3 goals down and come back, but you're not coming back from 6 goals at half time when you're playing like that. Again, scoreboard's one thing, but what we saw is the most disappointing. So we have to own it, not being flippant about that, but that's just the reality of what we've dished up.
Clearance is normally the bread and butter for you guys. You said a few weeks ago after the Carlton game you're disappointed. It improved against Hawthorn, but they dominated you in stoppage tonight, and was probably the difference early. What's your take from that?
Yeah, we were beaten in the clearance level. What is it? 5-14 in the first quarter. So a pretty handy midfield too. So their rucks were competed with Witsy well. You know, just have to find out about some centre bounce infringements, some information on that, get some clarification around a couple of those would be good. But yeah, we were beaten in the midfield, particularly early, and we fought our way back.
I guess you'd be looking at next week as another opportunity. That's the positive spin. Is that how you look at it? That's a good team to be facing a week after this.
Yeah, well, it's the second best team, so there's nowhere to hide, and we won't. So yeah, I think again, if we after Carlton we played well the next week, this week the only choice is to respond. I know, you know, people probably say, "Oh, you said that before." Well, what else are we going to do? We're here to compete. We didn't tonight, and we have to next week. That's just factual, and that's what we'll be really clear with our players around. And our VFL play tomorrow, so we'll have a look at that too, and assess the group and look at the game on reflection as well, because obviously right now the disappointment's pretty high. You can probably tell that, but again, we're not hiding from that. We're disappointed.
You'll be having a good look at selection for next week then?
Yeah. We will. And again, we'll just look at, I guess, individuals in particular that we think that when the challenges come like that can help us. And like I said, we can go back on this one and guide some players. You know, I thought, again, like the cleanliness of our players in those situations really help us. And then we coughed it up way too much. I think, you know, you probably won't watch it back. We will, but I think we fumbled a lot and coughed it up a lot, and that really assisted their game. And so whoever's the cleanest, we have to back them in and continue to challenge them in these environments.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.